Stop wasting your hard-earned money on expensive fish oil, fancy fiber powders, and overpriced digestive supplements. I mean it. Stop right now. There is a tiny seed likely sitting on the bottom shelf of your grocery store for about $2 that science shows can outperform them all. But here is the catch, and this is the part that drives me crazy because nobody talks about it. 90% of people who eat this seed are getting zero benefits. Absolutely nothing. They are literally flushing their money down the toilet. Why? Because of one simple mechanical mistake they make before they even put it in their mouth. I'm going to show you exactly what this seed is, how it can heal your stiff arteries, lower your blood pressure, and fight inflammation better than almost anything in your medicine cabinet. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you the only way you should be eating it to unlock its power. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell, and I want to introduce you to what I call the golden seed of health. We are talking about the flaxseed. Now, before you click away thinking, oh, I know about flax, listen to me very closely. You might have a bag of this in your pantry right now. You might sprinkle it on your oatmeal or put it in your smoothie. But if you are taking a spoonful of whole flax seeds and eating them, you are making a critical error. You see, the flaxseed is brilliant. Mother Nature designed it to survive. It has this incredibly tough outer shell, a hull made of cellulose. This shell is so strong that your stomach acid, as powerful as it is, cannot break through it. It's like a suit of armor. If you eat whole flax seeds, they go into your mouth, down your esophagus, through your stomach, through your small intestine, and come out the other end completely intact. You absorb nothing. No omega-3s, no lignans, no cancer-fighting properties. You basically just ate expensive birdseed. So, the first rule, and the most important rule of this entire video, is that you must break the shell. We're going to talk about exactly how to do that and why buying pre-ground flax is actually dangerous for your health in just a moment. But first, let me explain why this little seed is worth its weight in gold. Let's look at the inflammation in your body. We are living in an epidemic of inflammation. Your joints hurt, your brain feels foggy, your arteries are getting stiff. This is usually happening because of an imbalance in fats. We eat way too many omega-6 fatty acids. That's your vegetable oils, your processed foods, your fast food. Omega-6 seconds are pro-inflammatory. They set the fire. You need the fire extinguisher. That is omega-3. Usually, when doctors tell you to get more omega-3 seconds, they say, go buy fish oil. And fish oil is great, don't get me wrong, but flaxseed is the richest plant source of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, on the planet. ALA is the parent fatty acid. It is essential. That means your body cannot make it. You have to eat it or you die. It's that simple. When you get enough ALA from flax seeds into your system, your body uses it to soothe the endothelial lining of your blood vessels. Imagine your arteries are like a garden hose. When they are healthy, they are flexible, soft, and rubbery. Blood flows through them easily. Your heart doesn't have to work hard, but as we age, and as inflammation sets in, that hose gets hard. It gets stiff. It becomes like a rusty pipe. This is where high blood pressure comes from. Your heart has to pump with tremendous force just to push blood through those stiff pipes. Studies have shown that the ALA in flaxseed specifically targets this arterial stiffness. There was a remarkable study published in the journal Hypertension, one of the top medical journals in the world. They took patients with peripheral artery disease. These are people with really poor circulation, and they gave them ground flaxseed every day. The results were shocking. It wasn't a minor drop. We are talking about significant reductions in systolic and diastolic blood pressure. In some cases, the drop in blood pressure was better than what we see with leading hypertension medications. Just from a seed. Why? Because the omega-3 seconds are restoring the flexibility of that hose. They are increasing the production of something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas that tells your arteries to relax, to open up, to dilate. When your arteries open up, pressure drops. It's simple physics. But remember, none of this happens if that shell is intact. So let's talk about the right way to prepare this. And this is where most people go wrong. You go to the supermarket and you see two options. You see a bag of whole seeds and you see a bag of flax meal or ground flax. And you think, I'll save time. I'll buy the ground stuff. Do not do that. Here is the problem. Inside that seed, protecting those beautiful omega-3 oils, is the shell. As soon as you crack that shell, oxygen gets in. Omega-3 fats are very, very unstable. They are sensitive to light, heat, and oxygen. When oxygen touches them, they start to oxidize. They go rancid. Rancid oil is not medicine. Rancid oil is a toxin. It creates free radicals in your body. It causes inflammation, the exact thing we are trying to stop. If you buy a bag of pre-ground flaxseed that has been sitting on a store shelf for 3 months in a clear plastic bag under fluorescent lights, that is not a health food anymore. That is a bag of oxidation. It might smell a little like old paint or Play-Doh. That's the smell of rancidity. So, here is the secret. This is the Dr. Mandell protocol for flax. I want you to go to the store and buy the whole seeds. They are cheap. Gold or brown, it doesn't matter. The nutrient profile is almost identical. Brown has a slightly earthier taste. Gold is a little nuttier, but both are powerhouses. You bring them home. Now you need a simple tool, a coffee grinder. You can get one for $10 or $15. If you don't drink coffee, call it your flax grinder. Every morning or every few days, you take 2 tablespoons of whole seeds, put them in the grinder, and give it a quick buzz, 3 to 5 seconds, just until it turns into a powder. Now, smell it. It should smell fresh, nutty, earthy. That is the smell of active, potent medicine. You take that fresh powder and you use it immediately. Or if you grind the batch for the week, you put it in an airtight container, preferably glass, and you put it immediately into the refrigerator or the freezer. The cold stops the oxidation. If you do this one thing, switch from whole seeds or stale pre-ground meal to fresh ground flax, you are increasing the potency of this food by 1,000%. You are actually getting the medicine into your blood. Now, let's go deeper into what happens to your heart when you start doing this daily. We talked about blood pressure, but what about cholesterol? This is where the fiber comes in. Flaxseed is unique because it is a perfect balance of soluble and insoluble fiber. But it's the soluble fiber, the mucilage gum, that is the miracle worker for cholesterol. Imagine this gum as a sticky sponge. You eat the ground flax, it goes into your digestive tract and mixes with water, it swells up, it becomes a gel. As this gel moves through your system, it binds to bile acids. Bile is made by your liver, and your liver uses cholesterol to make it. Normally, your body recycles bile. It uses it, reabsorbs it, and uses it again. But when you eat flax, that sticky fiber grabs the bile and traps it. It holds onto it tightly and carries it out of your body when you go to the bathroom. Now your liver is in a panic. It says, wait a minute, I lost my bile. I need to make more. Where does it get the building blocks to make more bile? It pulls cholesterol out of your bloodstream. It literally acts like a vacuum cleaner for your arteries. It pulls the LDL, the bad cholesterol, out of circulation to replace what was lost. This is a natural, mechanical way to lower your cholesterol without side effects. And unlike statin drugs, which can deplete your CoQ10 and cause muscle pain in some people, flaxseed provides side benefits. It's feeding your good bacteria. It's soothing your gut lining. I want to address a common question I get about the type of omega-3. Critics will say, Dr. Mandell, ALA is a plant fat. The body has to convert it to EPA and DHA to use it, and the conversion rate is low. That is partially true. The conversion rate can be low, but here is what they are missing. ALA itself has independent health benefits. Even if it never converts to EPA or DHA, ALA alone has been shown to reduce the risk of sudden cardiac death. It stabilizes the electrical rhythm of the heart. So, you don't need to convert it all for it to save your life. It is working on its own pathways. Plus, studies show that when you consume ALA regularly over time, your body gets better at upregulating that conversion. You are training your enzymes to utilize these fats. Now, I want to give you a specific warning before you start running to the kitchen to grind these seeds. And this is very important for your safety. Because flaxseed is so high in fiber, specifically this liquid absorbing soluble fiber, it acts like a sponge. It absorbs liquid in your stomach. If you take 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed and you do not drink enough water, that sponge is going to get hard. It can actually cause constipation or a blockage if you are dehydrated. The rule is this: for every tablespoon of ground flax, I want you to drink at least 1 big glass of water. You want that fiber to be fully hydrated so it creates that slippery, soothing gel rather than a dry, hard mass. If you do this, it will keep you regular like clockwork. It is one of the best things for chronic constipation, but you have to add the water. So let's recap what we have covered so far in part 1. We have this $2 seed that is a powerhouse of omega-3 seconds. It beats the supplements because it's a whole food. It has the fiber, the protein, and the minerals like magnesium and manganese all wrapped in one package. We know that eating it whole is useless because of the shell. We know that pre-ground store-bought flax is likely rancid. The secret is fresh grinding. We know it relaxes the arteries through nitric oxide, lowering blood pressure. We know it acts like a vacuum for cholesterol through bile binding. But here is the amazing thing. We have only scratched the surface. Because while the heart benefits are incredible, what this seed does for your hormones, specifically for men with prostate concerns and women with breast health concerns or menopause symptoms, is honestly revolutionary. There is a compound in flax seeds called lignans. Flax doesn't just have a little bit more lignans than other foods. It has up to 800 times more lignans than any other plant food on earth. In part 2, I'm going to explain exactly how these lignans act as the security guards for your hormone. I'm going to show you how they can starve bad cells, how they can help with hot flashes, and how they can heal a leaky gut. And I'm going to give you my favorite recipe, the Budwig mix, which is a specific way to combine flax with a certain protein to make it even more absorbable for your cells. You do not want to miss the second half of this, because that is where the real transformation happens. So go get your glass of water, maybe check your pantry to see if you have whole seeds or ground seeds, and get ready. Your body will thank you. Now, if you were with me in the first part of this video, we talked about how this tiny $2 seed can literally scrub your arteries clean and lower your blood pressure, but only if you grind it fresh. We fixed the pipes of your body, but now I want to talk about the engine. I want to talk about your hormones, your digestion, and your waistline. Because what this seed does in these areas is actually more documented and more powerful than what it does for your heart. If you are a woman going through menopause, or if you have a history of breast concerns in your family, or if you are a man worried about your prostate, what I am about to tell you is critical. We are going to talk about a word you might not know, but you need to know. That word is lignans. Lignans are a type of plant compound that acts as an antioxidant and a phytoestrogen. Now, don't get scared by the word estrogen. I'm going to explain why this is a good thing in a second. Almost all plants have some lignans. Sesame seeds have them, kale has them, broccoli has them, but the flaxseed is the king. In fact, flax seeds contain up to 800 times more lignans than any other plant food on the face of the earth. Think about that number. Not double, not triple, 800 times more. So, why does this matter to you? When you eat these ground flax seeds, the bacteria in your gut convert these plant lignans into two human lignans called enterodiol and enterolactone. These compounds are brilliant. They are modulators. Here is what happens in your body. We have estrogen receptors. Think of them like parking spots on your cells. If you have too much bad estrogen floating around, maybe from the environment, from plastics, or just from your own body producing too much, that strong estrogen parks in those spots and tells cells to grow, grow, grow. That is uncontrolled growth. That is what leads to tumor development in breast tissue or prostate tissue. But the lignans from flax are weaker. They look like estrogen, so they can pull into that parking spot. But because they are weak, they don't slam on the gas pedal. They just sit there. They block the spot. So when the dangerous, strong estrogen comes along looking to cause trouble, the parking lot is full. The flax lignan says, sorry, no room here, and the dangerous estrogen gets flushed out of your body. This is why studies suggest that women who consume flax seeds have a lower risk of breast issues, and men have better prostate health. It acts as a safety shield for your hormone-sensitive tissues. And for women dealing with hot flashes, this modulation helps balance the drop in hormones too. Studies have shown significant reductions in hot flashes in women consuming just 2 tablespoons of ground flax daily. It's natural hormone therapy without the side effects. But the magic of flax doesn't stop at hormones. We have to talk about your gut. I see so many patients with IBS, with bloating, with what we call leaky gut. This is where the lining of your intestines gets irritated and develops microscopic holes. Toxins leak into your bloodstream and your immune system goes crazy. That's autoimmune disease. That's chronic fatigue. Remember that gel I told you about, that mucilage? When you mix ground flax with water, it forms this thick, slippery goo. When you drink that, it coats the lining of your esophagus, your stomach, and your small intestine. It is incredibly soothing. It creates a protective barrier that allows the mucosal lining to heal underneath. It's like putting a soothing balm on a sunburn, but on the inside of your gut. And for constipation, there is nothing better. Many people take laxatives. Laxatives are harsh. They irritate the nerves in the bowel to force a contraction. You can get dependent on them. Flax is different. Because it swells up with water, it adds bulk to your stool. But because it's slippery and oily, it acts like a lubricant. It triggers a natural, easy movement without cramping. It sweeps the colon clean like a soft broom. Now, let me address the one thing almost everyone asks me about: weight loss. Dr. Mandell, can this help me lose belly fat? The answer is yes, but you need to understand why, so you don't use it wrong. It's not a magic fat-burning pill. It works by hacking your hunger hormones. Most of us are overweight because our insulin is out of whack. We eat carbs, our blood sugar spikes, insulin rushes in, stores the energy as fat, and then our blood sugar crashes. When it crashes, you get hungry again. You crave sugar. It's a vicious cycle. Flaxseed breaks that cycle. Because of that high fiber and healthy fat content, when you add flax to a meal, it slows down digestion. It acts like a brake pedal on your blood sugar. If you eat oatmeal, your sugar spikes. If you eat oatmeal with 2 tablespoons of flax, the sugar release is slow and steady. You don't get the spike, so you don't get the insulin dump. You don't store the fat. And because that fiber swells in your stomach, it pushes against the stomach walls. This sends a signal to your brain via the vagus nerve. It suppresses a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin is the I'm hungry hormone. When you suppress ghrelin, you just don't feel like eating. You are satisfied. You can go 4 or 5 hours without thinking about food. That is how you lose weight effortlessly, by not fighting against your own hunger signals. So, we have the why. Now, I'm going to give you the how. This is the protocol. I want you to listen carefully because I don't want you to go from 0 to 60 too fast. Step 1, the ramp up. If you are not used to eating high fiber, do not start with 2 tablespoons tomorrow morning. Your gut bacteria need time to adjust. If you rush it, you will get gas and bloating. Start with 1 teaspoon a day for 3 days. Then go to 1 dessert spoon, then 1 tablespoon. Build up over 2 weeks until you reach the target dose, 2 tablespoons per day. Step 2, the combination secret. You can sprinkle this on salads or put it in water, but there is a better way. There was a brilliant German biochemist named Dr. Johanna Budwig. She discovered something fascinating. She found that the oils in flaxseed are more easily absorbed by your cell membranes when they are mixed with sulfur-rich proteins. Where do you find sulfur-rich proteins? In dairy products like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. When you blend ground flaxseed vigorously with a little bit of cottage cheese or yogurt, a chemical reaction happens. The oil becomes water-soluble. It enters your cells faster. So my favorite breakfast, half a cup of cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of fresh ground flax, maybe a few berries. Mix it really well. It's delicious. It keeps you full for hours, and it maximizes the absorption of those healing omega-3 seconds. Step 3, the storage rule. I mentioned this in part 1, but I have to say it again because it is the most common mistake. Never, ever leave your ground flax sitting on the counter. As soon as you grind it, the clock starts ticking. Keep your whole seeds in the pantry. They are fine for a year. Keep your ground seeds in the freezer. They won't freeze solid because of the oil content. They just stay cold and fresh. If you taste your flax and it tastes bitter or sharp, spit it out. It's rancid. Throw it away. Fresh flax should taste mild and nutty. Step 4, the fluid factor. This is a non-negotiable. If you add 2 tablespoons of dry fiber to your body, you must add water. I want you to drink a big glass of water right before or right after your flax meal. If you don't, that fiber can draw moisture out of your gut lining and actually cause constipation. We want to hydrate the seed, not dehydrate you. Now, let's talk about cooking. Dr. Mandell, can I bake with it? Yes, you can. The lignans are very heat stable. They survive the oven just fine. The omega-3 seconds are a little more sensitive, but studies show that in baking like in a muffin or bread, the internal temperature doesn't get high enough to destroy all the oils. However, you will always get the most benefit from raw, fresh ground flax. So try to get your daily dose raw and use baking as a bonus. I want to leave you with this thought. We spend so much money on healthcare. We spend money on co-pays, on prescriptions, on supplements that promise miracles in a bottle. And yet, here is a seed that costs pennies a day. A bag of flax seeds costs maybe $3 and lasts a month. For pennies a day, you can protect your heart, balance your hormones, heal your gut, and reduce your risk of some of the scariest diseases out there. But knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is only potential. Power is action. So here is my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and nod your head. Next time you are at the grocery store, walk past the supplement aisle. Go to the baking aisle or the bulk bin. Get a bag of whole flax seeds. Go home. Dust off that coffee grinder and commit to just 30 days. Give your body 30 days of this golden seed. Monitor your blood pressure. Watch your digestion. Pay attention to your energy levels and your skin. I promise you, the changes you feel will amaze you. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal itself. It just needs the right tools. And sometimes the best tools are the simplest ones that God put on this earth for us. Please share this video with the women in your life who are worried about their hormones. Share it with the men worried about their heart or prostate. Share it with anyone struggling with their digestion. You might just save a life today. I love you all. Keep moving forward. Keep taking care of your temple.